Make this object here in Fusion. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a new design. And as I draw this, I want to make sure that I've got my document settings set to inches and ounce mass. From there, I'm going to go ahead and do a step that I skipped last time. You always want to start with making a new component. I'm going to try and teach you these good skills first. New component just means that whatever it is we draw ends up being labeled by the software as a new component. I'm going to call this shape. It doesn't matter what you call it for this assignment, but I'm going to make us have a component. As I draw this shape we just looked at, if I go over back to my assignment page, I've got my orthographic view of this. I'm going to go in and click the sketch button. For me, it's easiest to visualize this from the top down. I'm going to go ahead and go to home again. I want to do this on the top view. There we go. Let's finish that first sketch and actually undo it because I hit the wrong button. So I'm back at the beginning. I'm going to create a sketch on the top plane here. So I'm going to draw on my top plane. And I know that this is 5 inches one way and 7 inches the other way. If I count my squares, I'm going to start from my origin point and make this go 5 inches. I'll go down. And give myself a line that then goes 7 inches over. It goes up to, and if I didn't lock that on to 90 degrees, you can always even that up there. Then it goes back 3 inches. It goes over 1 inch. Make it 90 degrees to make your life easier. And 3 inches gets us back. We go over 2 more inches. We should then be able to finish that out. Now I don't know exactly why it didn't pick up that last parallel line, but what I can do, hit escape on my keyboard, go ahead and constrain this as perpendicular to that. Over constrained. Well, that's bizarre. I wonder if it's got a strange angle associated with it, or if these 2 points did not exactly... Oh, it's because this line has no length. So let's go back into that sketch and fix that. So if I hit the D key, that's my dimension key. I can go ahead and say that that is 7 inches. Now, the sketch is good because we can see all these lines are solid. That means it's fully defined. If I go ahead and click on this extrude button, if I check my drawing, I know this thing goes up 5 units. So we're going to say this goes up 5 units. It's extruded 5 units. If I rotate my view or hit this home button, that's what my shape looks like right now. Now I can go in and cut down because I know that this front part needs to be only 2 units tall, and that's 5 units back or 7 units depending. So I can go in and click on my front face here, and I know that I want to cut out this 5 by 3 area. So I'm going to say 3, 5. Okie dokie. Say finish that sketch. Again, if I go home, you can see I just drew a box on the side of this image that matches this front face sketch over there. Again, I'm going to hit extrude. I'm going to say that this needs to go all the way, and I'll flip-flop it so it cuts off the entire face and everything related to it, and say okie dokie. At this point, the only thing left to define my sketch is to go in and add these little ears on the end of this. So those ears, I'm going to go in and sketch on the top face here. I can go in and drag a box that goes 1 inch by 2 inches. Boom. And again, I can do the same thing on the other end. 2 inches. 1 inch by 2 inches. We're all good there. I don't know why it's saying that's undimensioned. We can say that you're 2 inches as well. That's bizarre. What's going on with this sketch? Final thing I'll do here is go back into this sketch, and I can go in and define this middle box. Didn't like any of that. What's going on with this box? Is it just not defined? This is defined, this is not defined. So I'll dimension that and say that that is 1 inch. Okay, now everything's dimensioned. If I extrude this down, I'll go back to my top view so you can see what I'm doing. I want this to come down 1 unit, so I create these little dog ears on top of my thing. I can even drag this and just drag it down 1 inch. There you go. That is this drawing that we looked at. So that's your goal.